Okay guys, what's up? I got the keys here, back with another video. So today I'm going to give you 3 signs on how to know that you're, rearranging. Like, reality is rearranging right before one of your breakthroughs, right? So, if you're, I don't know if you've ever had like a time where you felt like you're in between a new version of yourself and an old version of yourself, right? I know for me this happens a lot, where I've changed something subconsciously, but it hasn't caught up, like reality itself. So like we can get stuck in these versions of ourselves where it feels like nothing is changing, nothing is happening, right? But I've said before in a past video that, like, this is always when a breakthrough is coming, is when everything feels quiet. Because just because something doesn't seem like it's moving in the physical world doesn't mean stuff's not going on in the spiritual world, right? So reality has a delay to it, right? Not because of time necessarily, but because you are aligning to be that person that accepts that thing or whatever is you're trying to accomplish. Okay. So some things that will happen are, you will release old habits. This could be drugs, this could be your addictions, it could be just things that are no longer serving you, right? So if you eat too much, or you play too many video games, or whatever, right? Just examples of habits that can fade away. For me on my journey, it was, I got rid of weed, I got rid of mushrooms, I got rid of vaping, I got rid of porn, right? I got rid of playing I honestly don't even play video games anymore. I got rid of my system and everything. That doesn't mean I won't ever play again, but for now my focus is my purpose and this YouTube channel, so and my job and whatnot, real life, because I'd rather level up my character in real life than in a video game at this point. And also, people in your life can fall away during these moments, right? Where, because you're on this new vibration, it's not because you're better than them or because of this or that. It's just because you're not matching their frequency anymore. You're not matching the same, how do I say this, the same field that they have, right? You're not matching that same vibration. So these people will fall out of your life, and they might just disappear, like, very quietly, like, not even that they didn't say nothing to you, they just kind of disappeared. It doesn't always happen like that, but I know for me that's happened, where people just fall out of my life and I have no idea what happened to them, whatever. But I accept that as alignment with, if they're not aligned with me, they will drop out, and that's how I always see that, rather than it's like a punishment, right? So that's something that can happen, right? And some other things are, you get your synchronicities can increase, right? So your meaningful coincidences and whatever, right? Or the repeating numbers, all of this can start to increase, but there's still no results, right? Like, you're not seeing anything happening, but all of this is still showing up, and you're like getting these signals that you're aligned, that this is who you are now, right? So a lot of the times we get these repeating numbers and stuff, and people will try to say that this is telling you that it's coming, right? But it's actually telling you that you're in the vibration, you're in the state that you need to be in to attract those things. That's what it's actually saying, right? So it's not always like not everything has to be a sign or a symbol to you, but these things can help you to keep track on your journey, and your reticular activating system will pick up on these things, and because it picks up on patterns, right? So this can happen and you may not have any results, and it might piss you off at first, right? And you're like, man, I keep seeing all these numbers and I keep seeing these videos and this, that, and the other thing, but it's not happening. Well, the more that you state that it's not happening, the further you push it away, right? So the thing is that when you see this stuff, just say to yourself, okay, I am already aligned. I'm aligned with who that is. I'm aligned with this person that I've been manifesting, right? Which, I mean, the person that you are, not some other person. So another thing that can happen is emotional purging, right? Before your alignment, because sometimes your body is holding on to things, your nervous system is holding on to things that you need to release in order to download that new feeling, so to say, right? So this could be like crying, this could be anger, this could be sadness, anything, right? There just might be something you need to purge before the new comes in. Okay, so sometimes, I don't know if you guys knew this, but crying is one of the best things that you can do. Yes, even as a man, there's nothing wrong with crying. It's now when we get into being a baby about things, that's different. But if you're crying over something that like you have no choice to cry over, right? Like I know, like when I've connected with God, sometimes, man, it's like I have no choice but to let go, right? Because there's so much love in the room that you just start bawling. And this is an emotional release, allowing your tears to clear out energy, right? And this allows for new energy to come in, right? And to purify the vessel even more. So in these times, all you need to do is sit there and sit with the feelings and let them pass. Sorry, somebody almost just got an accident right here next to me, and I was like, what the fuck? Anyways, so yeah, these feelings and stuff will come up, and you will be purging. There will be things that you may have to deal with. If you're manifesting a relationship, you may have to get rid of those feelings of loneliness, abandonment, etc., right? To bring in the feelings of confidence, stability, whatever, right? So I hope that you got something out of this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. So drop a like, subscribe, so we can get the videos out to more people. Drop your comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And all my links will be down in my description. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.